From beating up ops to nearly burning down the whole jail, these are King Von's most disrespectful and savage moments behind bars. Recently, King Von has been a
That
big
nigga
topic of discussion.
locked that. He started a fire in the jail.
Cook County Jail. But first, let's talk about what landed him behind bars. In 2014, King Von was chilling at a house party, and during the party, a guy named Malcolm Stuckey and some of his friends.
Man, long live him, bro.
Von decided not to try
long live Von too.
So he left the party in a great vehicle to go pick up his homie, Big Mike, for backup. Around 45 minutes later, King Von and Mike returned to the party, but parked in an alley near the house. The two of them hopped out of the car with loaded guns and headed to the front of the house. Malcolm Stuckey and two others were sitting on the front porch when Von and Big Mike opened fire on Malcolm, and the other man ran down the street to escape, but both ended up getting hit. The other man on the porch was hit as well, as he was attempting to run inside the house. In the end, 3 people were critically wounded, but Malcolm Stuckey unfortunately got hit in the head and passed away later that day. After the drill, Von and Big Mike ran back to their whip and fled the scene, but both of them ended up getting arrested days later. During the investigation, over 20 shell casings were recovered. Big Mike even admitted to police that he shot a gun 15 to 16 times at one of the victims. King Von, on the other hand, refused to say anything during interrogation, so the two were held without bond and were facing life in prison for charges of first-degree murder and 2 attempted murders.
That nigga facing life.
King Von was still breaking the rules and disrespecting his ops, starting with the time King Von straight up exposed his op.
But yeah, that nigga King Von got blessed too many times, bro. I think he was facing, I don't even know. I know that nigga went to jail multiple times facing life and got out, beat his shit. But these, I feel like they got money and shit though. They had money like Dirk, he had money around this time, I think.
Yeah, because all of
I
the
don't
inmates
know.
were in a holding cell. And while in the cell, everything was all good until Vine noticed his op 05 Freaky. Once he saw him, Vine slipped out of his handcuffs and headed toward Freaky. Freaky tried to hide, but Vine caught him because he couldn't do much and started throwing hands at him and knocking him to the ground. 2 other inmates joined in to help Vine, and thankfully, prison guards came to the rescue and broke everything up. And Vine and Freaky were both removed from the bullpen. And one thing that had everyone confused was how Vine was able to slip out of the handcuffs.
Man.
You can even see that he was cuffed correctly. You can see the marks from the cuffs on his arm. How'd you get out of your cuffs?
How did you get out of the cuffs?
How'd you get out of your cuffs?
He talking about, I thought I was still in them.
You thought you were still in them? Are you double jointed? I'm just asking. I'm not gonna put a case on you or nothing. I just want to know. No, I just got you.
Turns out, the reason Vine attacked Freaky was since he had a disrespectful tattoo on his body saying L.A. Capone. Not long after the incident, someone made a tweet saying Vine beat somebody up before court yesterday because he had a L.A. tattooed on his arm. After the fight, police wanted a statement from Vine and Freaky. And this is what Vine had to say when questioned by police.
You all want to explain what happened? Yeah. You two will give a statement?
That's my thing right there.
Once you bring a statement that he did not do anything else you want to add?
Bro, imagine having to do this every time a fucking incident occur in the fucking jail, bro.
You have any injuries?
You know how many times these niggas gotta do this a year?
5-1 Freaky also stayed solid after the fight because when questioned, this is what he had to say.
Mr. Howard, you all want to explain what happened?
Slight estimate. Nothing. No.
Anything else you want to add? Do you have any injuries?
People weren't surprised that Vine did that when saying Freaky, since 051 are the ones responsible for L.A. Capone's death. Because on September 26, 2013, while leaving the recording studio around 6 p.m., L.A. went to look for his ride down the street. As he was walking down the alley near 70th Street and Stony Island Avenue, he was approached by a dude later identified as 051 Lil Mick and gunned down. So Vine wanted to get back to that situation. But that ain't the only time Vine exposed one of his ops while behind bars, because he also did the same with Lil J. One clip went viral where Vine asked the guards if he could get moved to protective custody. And it seemed like he wanted to get moved there badly, because he even put on a suspicious act so the guards could move him there. And Vine didn't actually want to get moved to protective custody. He just wanted to get moved to another deck.
He doesn't want anything. He just wants to move across the hall. I have to one piece you don't want. He just wants to move across the hall.
At first, no one knew the real reason why he was doing this, but it turned out that he didn't want to be on the same deck as his op, Lil J, since Lil J is very sus. Once Vine found out that Lil J was in protective custody, he told the guards that he couldn't go there due to Lil J being in there, since Lil J takes booty.
Oh no.
That doesn't happen in protective custody. I just offered you protective custody and you refused it.
I done did so much to people in the room. You gotta take my pants over. Y'all got all this shit to do. You got jumping going.
Sir, that's up to classification to assign you different cells, okay?
Vine isn't the only one who doesn't want to be around Lil J, because his own friend, FBG Butter, doesn't even want to be around him. Because instead of being around Lil J, Butter asked guards if he could be moved to the hole.
Well, I'll rap there, and I got 14 seconds on my rap. He got me jumped on and everything. I can't go there now. What up? Bonus. Yeah, I'm not going no shit. I get mad at it. Shit, right to me, if you want to come to one out?
At first, not a lot of people believed Vine when he tried exposing Lil J for being suspicious while behind bars, because Lil J would always deny the rumors.
Another thing too is people were talking about, some
Hey, he look gay, bro. I ain't
with
gonna
a guy. Let's clear the air on that too. That's like the number one thing people
When I heard that was the most goofiest I ever heard in my life. And I knew it had to come.
His lap and kiss on him. And that ain't another inmate, since the inmate was harassing the dude that he talks to. Because in the clip, the dude calls Lil J to his cell to let J know that he's not leaving the cell since an inmate is harassing him. So Lil J then goes over to confront the inmate who was harassing the dude. And they meet in the cell to settle their differences. After the altercation, Lil J is removed from the day room by the guards. And the dude that Lil J was dating was finally able to walk out of the cell. After these clips hit the internet, people said King Vine was right all along, able to walk. Lil J is removed from the day room by the guards. And the dude that Lil J was dating was finally able to walk out of the cell.
You can't deny that shit, bro. I ain't gonna cap.
After these clips hit the internet, people said King Vine was right all along. And even some of Lil J's own gang members were clowning him after saying those
It do hit different, man.
Fucking up a boy, trying to force a boy into the washroom. That means that you would take anybody, given the time and the place. You the booty man.
That's crazy,
Lil J's
bro.
closest partners, King Yella, even confirmed the rumors to be true and explained what Lil J tried doing to him once.
I've seen you kind of speak on Little J in the past a little bit, man, but I came across an old Say Cheese clip where you said that he tried to kiss you.
Tried to kiss me off a pill, man.
But Lil J isn't the only one who threw hands in the day room, because Vine was also in the day room one day, and two dudes were jumping one of his ops. So once Vine saw what was going on, he decided to jump in, and things didn't turn out nice after he did this. Because after someone tried to run up on Vine after he jumped in, and that's when Vine threw a hook and dropped the dude before getting chased by cops and tackled to the ground. But Vine,
Man, that nigga sound like he in there beating up the whole fucking jail.
only get into fights with other inmates while in jail, because he also had an incident where he had to fight a guard since, and he explains this situation in his interview after everything took place.
There was an incident that occurred up there at 2034 hours with Division 9 staff. Do you care to tell me in your own words what happened up there?
I told him I need to talk to him. Instead of talking to him, pushed me back and punched him. Grabbed him on my ass, snatched him to it. I looked still close to him. Hey, they brought me downstairs. My hands too. They tried to say I hit myself. I had no marks on my hands.
But that ain't nothing, because there's even an incident where King Vine almost burned the whole jail down while being locked up. Because on April 15, 2017, King Vine and several other inmates set fire to the Cook County jail. The whole room was smoked out, and the fire was slowly getting larger. But over time, the fire slowly died out before things got too out of hand. Vine was doing
I would have been
all types of things in
pissed.
jail, because there's even footage showing Vine popping pills while behind bars. And once guards found out, they instantly put Vine in handcuffs and took him to the hole for doing this. And after sitting in jail and going crazy for 3.5 years, Vine's trial finally began. The trial lasted a total of 5 days, and the outcome was surprising because Big Mike, Vine's co-defendant, got sentenced to 28 years, and Vine got acquitted of all charges. Vine was finally free after 3.5 years in the Cook County jail. Not too long after getting out of jail, Vine got into a situation with Quando Rondo and lost his life outside of an Atlanta nightclub. But speaking of getting into it, click this video to see 7 rappers who attacked their fans. Because in
Man, long live Vaughn, man. Long